had not gone through the things that you went through, maybe you would not have been prepared for the blessings that you're getting now.
How would you feel 5 years from now if you're in the best shape of your life? Put on the sexy dress, but you always want to wear it summertime. How will you feel? How will you look if you put on a shirt but couldn't fit you before?
So want to have a bunch of sexy people walking
No,
around.
no,
Yeah.
no, no. If you just complain, they'll solve problems. You know what I mean?
I be complaining some days. I'm not gonna lie. Some days I be complaining. I'm not complaining. You're not gonna do anything about it. Then just don't complain.
Yeah, that's true. I was like 23 years old. I was engaged. And after me and my ex broke up, it didn't work out between us. And I fall into a depression state. And I just like lost my purpose.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Purposeful Podcast. I am your host, Danica Giddings. If you are OG here, I just want to say welcome back. If you have been riding with us from day one, you are the real MVP, and we love and appreciate you so very much. I do have a guest here with me today, as promised. I did promise you guys that I would have a guest with me on the next episode. So before I introduce the guest, I just want to welcome you. And if you are here for the first time, thank you so much for giving us a chance. We are more than just a podcast. We are a family. So go ahead and like, share, subscribe, and continue to share the podcast, guys. We are reaching the people that we are supposed to reach. I believe it. So you guys are the real MVPs. Without further ado, this guest is someone who is currently taking the fitness world by storm. In just a few months, he has built a vast, growing clientele, working with individuals of all fitness levels, transforming beginners and helping them to reach their dream body goals, and has caught the attention of a wide and fast-growing media audience along the way. His unique approach blends diet, strength training, and mental resilience, helping people to not just get fit, but to truly unlock their potential. What sets him aside is his relentless drive to create a real, long-lasting change in the clients' lives. Not just about the body, it's about a shift in mindset, in confidence, and in overall well-being. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming Prince Coppin, also known as Prince Coppin Fit. Prince isn't just a personal trainer, he is a force in the fitness community here in Guyana, also known for his dynamic energy, expert training. You guys seen him cooking on social media without a shirt, ladies. Careful. So he has a deep passion for helping people transform their lives. I'm so excited to have you here, Prince. Welcome.
Yeah,
to the Purposeful Podcast.
I appreciate it. When you reached out to me, I was like, surprised. Surprised. And the whole thing about it is collaborating, sharing my story,
Definitely, because we want to hear about your story. What do you think about my introduction?
It was good. It was real good. I was like, oh, you sketched this, I like.
I believe in giving people the flowers, so I made sure to do my homework and get into a little bit about what you're all about. And just basically, when I watch your videos, I was so impressed with the fact that you're new, basically. Actually, you're not exactly new to the fitness game or the social media game, but you're growing so fast.
Yeah.
So
true.
what is that like? First of all, sorry to cut you. Tell us a bit about yourself. Tell us about Prince. Who is Prince?
All right, Prince. I'll explain how I get the name. So basically, it was back in trade school. Was going to trade school, and my friends, we was like, hey, you gotta get a name. So on the basketball team, and I was like, this one name, he named Teron, he called himself Terry. This one name, Dennis Niles, he called himself FGR. And I was like, hey, I gotta call myself Prince. My brother always used to tell me he's good to get yourself good names. So I was like, hey, Prince Coppin,
Prince,
right?
that is it, yes.
Yeah, so basically, guys, if you don't know me, I'm from Linden. I come from the beautiful mining town of Linden. And this is where I actually started my fitness journey. And first of all, when I started my fitness journey, I will tell people my story never changed. So people can't be like, hey, this guy is lying. But my fitness journey started after I was engaged. I was 20. Yeah, I was
Oh, you
engaged.
were engaged.
Yeah, I
Okay.
was trying to get married at 25.
Listen, we are going to come back to. Don't even. We're not going to skip past that like you didn't just say what you just said. We are going to talk about the fact that you are engaged. But go ahead. I will interrupt you later on in the podcast, and you're going to tell us about this engagement.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
sure the ladies that watching you with the shirt want to know. Ladies,
so,
I'm
so
asking for
you want me to tell the
I'm
story?
asking for the ladies.
So you
I'm
want,
not asking for me.
so you want to tell me? All right, I was engaged. I was 23. I was like 23 years old. I was engaged, and after me and my ex broke up, I ain't gonna say the whole story long, but it's long. I break it down. For you. Anyway, we was engaged, and after things don't work out between us, and I fall into a depressed state, and I just like lost my purpose, and you know like so I had this one friend. He used to come by me every afternoon, and he was like into fitness and stuff. And he used to like, hey, Coppin, let me go to the gym, bro. Let's go to the gym. And they say, hey, tomorrow. And you know, they say Monday. I say, hey, give me Monday. Or so anyway, Monday come, me and he went to the gym. And since then, I never left. You know, the rest was just a history. You know?
Oh, so the gym was a guy.
Yes, I use the gym as a motivation. This is what I was telling people. Like everybody go through a lot of things in life, like you know, hardship, you know, loneliness. A lot of people go through breakup. A lot of people go through different, you know, stuff in life. And the gym was just like a therapy for me.
That is, I was
know?
just about to say that because that
Yeah.
is exactly what it is for me. Like, you want to see me hit the gym?
Yeah.
Let me go and do something. You were going to see me in the gym every day.
Yeah, so the gym just actually helped me to rebuild myself. And within 1 year, I get like amazing transformation. That I started doing bodybuilding. And, you know, like a lot of people be like, start looking up to me, asking me for advice. Like, I start surrounding myself, like people close around me, I start helping out. And like my friends, my neighbor, people at school with, so I started doing like free training, like outdoor, you know, COVID come, and I was like just helping as much people as possible. And most of them was just free training, just free everything, you know. And from there, I just make content and start posting on social media, documenting my whole journey. And
So, what was your aha moment? Like, what was the moment? Because you said you were training these people for free and, you know, just basically looking out for the people around you. What was the moment that you decided that this is what you wanted to do to make it a career?
well, the moment I decided that this is what I wanted to do, I was doing bodybuilding, and when I was doing bodybuilding, bodybuilding was an expensive sport, and in all like fitness in general is expensive, guys. I tell people this, I don't lie to people, you know, for heat, for diet, for supplements, and everything is expensive, and at the moment, I was like, hey, I gotta eat, I gotta buy supplements, I gotta work. You know, working a 9 to 5, you know, it be. So anyway, so I just like, hey, what you gonna do? So after I started doing research on social media, of I could actually make money from doing fitness, and then I learned about the whole idea of becoming a fitness influencer. And it was like a big thing in America and, you know, other parts of the world. And I was like, hey, I'm gonna tap into this. And, you know, I started posting on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and then I started getting sponsorship deals, you know, like, so, yeah, I started getting sponsorship deals. My first sponsorship deal was MVP Sports, and I reached out to them. I was like, hey, I could advertise to you guys on social media. And it was like, hey, I want to be a brand ambassador. So that was like, hey, it was a youth thing, right, in Guyana. I think I was one of the first brand ambassador for MVP Sports. I think so.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
That is so nice.
So I started doing social media marketing with them. And I was like, hey, I'm going to advertise the gym wear. And then VP Sports was like, yeah, Prince is a good idea. And they gave me my first sponsorship. And then I reached out to Fitz Express. I started doing supplements with them. And they started doing stuff with Antimacol, energy drink, you know, garden foods, with my cooking. Basically, I like personal branding. I build my personal brand around fitness.
Yeah.
I'm going to build my personal brand around fitness. I actually started reaching out to these companies and doing the things that I good in, know what I good in doing. I started making content. So I know I got in cooking because I learned to cook from when I was 14.
Okay.
So I had to cook. I had to learn to cook because at a point in my life, my mom, my parents wasn't around. So it's like, if you know to cook, how you going to eat, brother? You know?
Well,
So, so at the age I developed, I learned to cook fast. I was like 14. I had to cook for my little cousin. And, you know, it's just like me, him, and my sister used to be around sometimes. So I have to learn to cook. So based on everything that I know I'm good at doing, I make videos, document my journey, and this is what I share with you guys. This is why I see my cooking skills so perfect. I learned to bake and, just trying new recipes and stuff. And then when I learned fitness, this is when I start cooking healthy. Like eating, focusing more healthy, count my calories and, everything just...
You count your calories?
Yeah,
I don't know. Listen, I have tried to count my calories, but I don't know how do you guys even do that? Like, how can you keep up with counting your calories? That's a
No,
lot.
but basically, like, it's just calculating the amount of protein you need to eat from the body weight and carbs and stuff
Okay, so let's say you're gonna cook a meal, right? And this meal has chicken. Do you be like, okay, this chicken has 14 calories. I'm just gonna put a spoon of rice because a spoon of rice got 15, but 2 spoons got 30, something like that. Like that's how you calculate it.
You actually weigh the food and then you calculate it.
Like on an actual scale.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait.
But a lot of people don't do that. But it's like...
Yeah, I'm a lot of
No,
people. A lot of people is me because I will not be doing that.
So even to my clients, even if I send them a meal plan and I tell them, the meal plan actually get the calories calculated and stuff, and they would be like... People be confused when you tell them about calorie counting. So I just try to make it easy and be telling people like, this is what you need to eat, this is what you need to stay away from, and stuff like that. So after doing social media marketing and pushing online, like every day, like stuff blow up on social media. People be like, seeing me on social media lately and be like, this guy just come about yesterday. Yesterday you noticed me, I come about long, So
Very true. That's what I was saying earlier. People tend to see the point of your success and you're not even there as yet. Like you have so much more potential. Like I was telling you earlier, when I look at you, I see the next Ashland Hall. I kid you not. So there's so much more in store for you, but people see the glimpse of what is to come and think that it happened overnight when you've been putting in the work behind the scene long before that. And that's crazy because people tend to judge where you are right now. And then the whole concept of jealousy, I don't get it.
Yeah, because like a lot of people be supporting me on social media. I get my supporters. Them, a lot of people be reaching out to me and asking me to help them. Like meal plans. Help people with meal plans, sell meal plans to clients, workout programs and this stuff. Like a very cheap cost. And on the harder side, I got a lot of people like just hating me for no reason, calling me out, saying all kind of stuff, posting my videos. But to me, I meet a point in life that I'd be like, if this wasn't working, people would never share. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if this wasn't working, would be never be so much hate comments on social media.
That's true.
And
very true.
so I was like, hey, whatever you're doing is actually working. And after the videos started getting 1 million views, I was watching them on Facebook today, and Facebook hit 5 million views. Yeah, 5 million.
Congratulations. That is good. That's actually good.
Yeah, 5 million. We did a lot of views, and every day I'm not making this up. Every day I get like 100 messages. So people be arguing with me. Hey, I'll text you. You never reply my message. Every day I get like 100 DMs. I get like 50 on TikTok, 50 on Instagram, 50 from Facebook. Like when I wake up in the morning, this is what I tell my clients. Like, hey, I can't make it featuring you 5 o'clock in the morning. And I wake up in the morning, I do my stuff, I do the routine, wake up, make breakfast, and then I check my DMs. I try to reply as much people as possible. Even though you could set up the automatic system, but I just prefer to be like a normal conversation with a person to see how I can help them out.
Yeah. I feel like people respond to that better. Like once they feel like the interaction is personal and not just automated being like you have this same response you give to everybody else. I don't really know how to do about
This is true. That's definitely true. And to me, like basically, seeing what worked for me, and just like I was telling you, I know this will work for me, and this is what I'm doing. Like I know that a lot of people like my cooking videos. This might never stop. I know a lot of people like my videos where I share free game. Hey guys, I give you some free games, some free tips, how to work out, how to do this. Now everybody could actually pay for a personal trainer, or pay for it. So I probably give people free game because people could be home and I can take some free game from Prince Coppin and I'm gonna try to get in shape.
And listen, if you guys are taking the free advice,
take the free game.
Take it.
And make sure you try it.
Take it.
And
make sure you try it.
And I say thank me later. Thank me later.
And you know if it's working, listen guys, don't just take the free advice and just run. After it starts to work, please contact your boy and hire him. Y'all need to get with the program with the personal trainer. But yeah, that's actually really good. So you mentioned having a routine.
Mm-hmm.
What I find difficult, and I don't know for everybody else,
Yeah.
but remaining consistent with a routine
Mm-hmm.
is so hard.
Yeah.
That is one of the most difficult things because
Mm.
I realize that you can have all the willpower in the world, but if
Mm-hmm.
you're not consistent, you don't get the results. So what do you do on the days that you don't really feel like it? Because you know we all have those days where we don't
Mm-hmm.
really feel like it. What do you do on those days?
Well, like I was telling you, like I did say, I'll wake up. I say I'm perfect. I won't say I'm perfect or watch people and lie to nobody that I'm perfect. But on days I wake up and I don't feel like, for the past 3 months, I'll be honest with you. For the past 3 months, like I used to have days up before I keep up with my 9 to 5 before I started doing this full time. I used to have days when I just like slide and sleep all day. You know, like just ain't do nothing, just eat, watch Netflix or watch some TV. You know, everybody get this like that. But for now, at this point, I just every day I wake up, checking with my clients online. I check in with my clients online. Hey, send them a message. Hey, how you guys doing? Don't forget today is all about being consistent. Send them a motivation message.
Yeah.
Probably video chat with some of my clients. Tell them, hey, don't forget the exercise routine. Explain to them how to do it right, stuff and like that. And then straight to the gym, start training clients in the morning. And from then go back home, eat some lunch, and then shoot some content, garden foods, shoot some content for supplements for Fits Express, then back to the gym, shoot some content for MVP Sports, then train some clients, then back home, eat. So then log in, check out my clients, make sure they're doing the workout. So my day be busy, like I max out my day, like max out, max out, max out. And I treat everything like a business. And so when people seeing like things working, they be like, hey, you got things easy. If I actually tell them to do what I do, and they would be like, you know what I mean? It's like a normal person would actually plan their whole routine, you know.
Yeah, because
So this would be my routine right now.
that's I was about to say that's good, but that's interesting because once you max out the whole day, but you must find the balance. How do you find the balance? Because you know you should have like a
Yeah.
work-life balance.
But basically, like for I try weekends, like basically weekends coming up, you know, I have a daughter.
You have a
Everybody was
daughter?
saying, hey, Prince Copy, you know, a daughter.
You
Like,
have
just
a
like,
daughter? How old
yeah.
is your daughter?
She's 2. She can be 3 October.
That's so cute. That's
Yeah.
such a cute age.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I like.
So
I
my
like.
weekends is for her. So most of the time, I'm trying my best to be like a better father
You
than
gonna show
my
us a picture of your daughter?
Hmm?
You gonna show us a picture of your daughter?
Picture. Before.
Guys, we're gonna put a picture of his daughter.
She's 2 years old. She'll be 3. So I spend time with her on weekends and, you know, just trying to be a good father. You know, that'll be my time when I like spend time with family. I'm a mom. And my mom is like a superhero because she raised us without the father being around.
Shouts out to mom.
Yeah, my mom was like a superhero, and mom was the person behind my back all the time. You know, even when I was going through everything in life, my mom supported me, pushed me. You know, and she always give me the best advice and believe in me. You know,
Yeah.
yeah. So
It's really good to have that support system.
yeah,
I listen to a lot of people that are talking about their success,
Mm-hmm.
even celebrities and stuff, because I like to go on different podcasts and interviews and stuff and listen to where people came from.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them speak about this support system that they have that if it had not been for that support system, that person, that group of people, they would not have been able to make it where they are today. So I believe a support system is very, very important when it comes to success. But one of the reasons I started this podcast, one of the things that I actually wanted to implement or to make a reality is for the podcast to be support systems for people. Because a lot of people don't have that. A lot of people have so much potential, like so much that they could be doing, but they don't have. Like you're saying that your mom is your support system. A lot of people I find don't have that support system, and a lot of talent is gone to waste because people don't have that.
Okay. Yeah, so my mom is like a superhero, you know, and she just always pushed me. And even the point in my life, like I actually see things before it happen, and when I actually start off doing like fitness, and I want to become a brand ambassador, or like advertise on social media and stuff like that. I tell my mom, I say, Mom, one day in my life, I ain't gonna be paying for food. I ain't gonna pay for clothes. My mom is like, "Hey, son, you ain't living in America. You living in Guyana. Who gonna give you free stuff?" I know. I'd be like, "Mom, it's serious. I do social media marketing. I could do a living off of this." And Mom was like, "Stop. You need to continue working. And after I come home, I bring home like garden foods. Where you get this from? I said, "No, Mom. I do social media marketing. I advertise on social media." And she was like, "Oh,
She was taken
like,
aback.
yeah." And she got strawberries in the fridge, She got your vegetables. And,
Period. Strawberries.
I'll take her out to MBB Sports. I say, "Hey, Mom, I could buy some shoes here."
That's
I take care of
nice.
my mom like since I was like 24. My mom never worked back since I was like 24,
Wow.
25. Yeah, up till now, I'm 30 years old.
I was
So
just about to hold
I
you.
retired my mom. I say, "Hey, you work hard enough to take care of us. Now it's time for you to just relax.
That's that's really good. That's really commendable. I commend
Yeah.
you on
I
that.
think every man on this world, you have a mother, she take care of you. You become a young man, you actually have to do something for take care of your parents, bro. Like,
Yeah.
how could you just, like, don't try to be purposeful or.
Yeah. Yeah. See?
Yeah.
You guys heard it.
Yeah, you got to push,
From Prince Coppin.
Yeah,
You
that's
gotta be
true.
purposeful. You gotta be purposeful. Yeah, that's very important. That's very, very important. And I realized that a lot of times our mothers, let me just tell you guys, I salute mothers with my whole entire chest because that that is hard. Like some days I was saying this on a previous episode of the podcast, some days I don't even able for me. If I gotta get up for me, I'd be like, man.
Yeah, yeah.
So imagine you don't have a choice. You have to get up for your children. And
Yeah.
some mothers, they do that even on days when they feel 20%, they come in and give you
Yeah.
100%. Some people never see or would have never seen as a child their mother cry all time. Mommy going through her own
That
thing.
is true.
That's crazy. That,
But to me, you get kids?
no, not yet.
I agree. But to me, being a parent is like I don't know for everybody, but for me, being a parent put me in a mindset that when I wake up in the morning, I be like, "Hey, I do this for me. I do this for my daughter.
Yeah.
I do this for my mom. I gotta take care of them. They're looking up to me. They're looking forward every month for me to provide for them
Yeah.
and stuff like that." And you like seeing life different. I be like, "Hey, I would want my daughter to go public school. I want her to go private school. I want my daughter to, I want her to get a driver for drop shit to school, get things in place." And being a parent actually push you to achieve great things in life. And
Yeah.
obviously, if you give your child the best life, or better than you have, or a best situation, like take your kids on vacation every summer, things like your parents never do. So, like, being a parent actually push you to achieve great things. And I remember when my daughter born, this was the whole reason make I come to town because I was working. Let me say I was making like 100K. Yeah, like Chinese dollar, right? I was making like 100K. After my daughter born, I'll be like, "Hey, I gotta leave this job. I need to make more money. I gotta
Yeah.
take it." So I started making 300K, and let me say, I know like, "Hey, I make it 300K." I said, "No, I gotta push more, man.
Yeah.
Now you're making like 600. You gotta make a million. You know what I mean?" So, so that's it. That's it. So you keep doubling because you just, you got kid, you got provide,
Yeah.
you want to give them the
Your
best life.
motivational factor, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
That's great. That, guys, if you're feeling demotivated, get you a kid. Get you a kid. You heard it from
Nah,
Prince.
nah, 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 nah. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Getting a kid is responsible. Responsible. All I'm saying is just being responsible.
Yeah, be a responsible
You know,
parent. That's
I
true.
hate when I hear guys get kids and they take care of them. Like, where you buying stuff? You kids, what you doing? You partying.
Yeah, you gotta come. So
I don't get no problem with nobody partying. Don't get me wrong, but I just saying like this is priorities. This is things that you
it's
put
your
first.
priority. That's so true. I remember when I was younger, right? We used to sell on Regent Street, and we were selling for Mother's Day, right? I was a child.
Mm-hmm.
And I went up to this man and I was, Uncle, what are you shopping? The man said, I'm shopping nothing. He was so mad. I said, for Father's Day, I don't be doing nothing. I'm like, sir, first of all, don't yell at me. I didn't do you anything. I'm not your kid. So he was so angry. But I noticed that happens a lot. And while it's valid that some fathers are really great, some fathers are really great and they deserve to be celebrated. And I think that those fathers that are really great are celebrated. Like their kids celebrate them, their loved ones celebrate them. But you find some of them
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
being angry about not being celebrated when, sir.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Sir.
Yeah,
Are-
yeah. To me,
Did you forget?
the whole
that
thing
you
is
were
about being
not-
responsible. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I heard that, I read somewhere that fitness is 70% mental health or mental. Like you, it's more of your mind than the physical work. Like, is that the case?
Yeah, to me, because like if your mental mind is strong, you ain't gonna, this is why a lot of people don't start. If you be honest, right? Everybody watching this podcast, everybody should watching the live stream, everybody, and yet tomorrow they ain't gonna start on because everything starts from the mind. You wake up, you say, hey, I can start today. I can do this. So everything starts from building the mental health, building the mind, and then, because if you build the mind, you start off nothing, you just be like, it just be a thought.
Yeah.
It into reality.
Do you have you ever encountered a client that is not in the best mental mindset to where they come and they're so dissatisfied or unhappy with their physical body that they come to you and they're kind of depressed about how they are, the current state?
Like, to me, most clients don't, especially like when I start off with a client, and I try to take out like a picture for like a before and after. And this is a situation, right? So we'll be like, hey, I shame the way I look, I feel comfortable, So like I try to do like transformation, I started off a 60 days challenge. So on my social media, and then this is what everybody talking about right now. So it's like I start off with social media and I'll be like, help you transform your life in 60 days, like help you transform your body and stuff like that. And basically, it's like the clients, people be like, no, I don't want to take out the picture. I don't like the way I look, So, but I be chill with the clients because I have ask the clients permission before I put them out on social media. I say, yo, this is Keisha, and this is what she achieved in 60 days working with Prince Coppin. So, I see work with a lot of clients for, you call it like, what do you call it? You
Body
call it
dysmorphia.
Yeah, body dysmorphia.
Body
Yeah,
dysmorphia, that's what
this
you
we
call it. I realized that can actually put people in a really,
Yeah,
really messed up mental
Mm-hmm.
state. I used to struggle with that before, right? I was really skinny growing up. And you guys don't go look for no pictures, please.
Yeah, it is.
Don't you look for any pictures because there are pictures online, but please don't look for any pictures. But I was really skinny and I was never made to feel pretty being that skinny. I was 90 pounds majority of my life. I was 20, I think up to the top to when I was like 22. I was 90 pounds. And then at one point I had dropped to 80 pounds, which was like, I was really skinny. And then I had to go on a diet because the doctor, they said that I was really underweight for my age. So then they had to put me on a diet just for my health's sake.
Wow.
And then I actually started to look into calories and healthy calories and stuff like that. So I know a little bit about a little bit as it relates to eating healthy and gaining healthy and unhealthy weight. I realized that unhealthy weight is like where you would gain in your stomach. There's a lot of fat. That's when you eat fried food and stuff like that. And then healthy weight, like when you consume more proteins and calories and stuff.
Yeah.
You actually gain weight in the places that you want to gain weight, like your legs, thighs, butt, like those areas is where you gain the weight when you eat healthy.
Okay.
So let me tell you, right? So what's the maximum weight you think I could gain?
I'm actually right now.
I think like about 105.
One,
105.
105. To me, I think if you gain like maybe like 120, you're gonna be like, actually, when you message me, I scroll through. Remember, I know you work out and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I was scrolling through your workout. You got little pictures and things working out, and I was like watching, and I was like, hey, if you, because like I was explaining to you, first thing I asked you, you take supplements, you use creatine, you use protein, and you was like, it's all right away. I don't know that,
Yeah.
if you start taking, you're gonna actually up like gain like creatine actually help you gain a little water weight. So
Okay, yeah.
protein powder gonna help you, cause like your protein intake probably low, so you put on more.
Let me.
Definitely.
I truly believe that every time I gain some weight. So I gain weight. I take really long to gain weight. And I lose it. You see, as soon as I do not eat, the weight was like, okay, you're not serious, and leaves. I lose weight so quickly. I could lose weight in 2 days.
Okay. This is
If I don't
everybody
eat.
like different body type. And these will causes the like some people like struggle for gain weight. Some people struggle for lose weight. So like different body types, and like so for like your body type is actually my other cousin. He's struggle for gain weight too.
Yeah.
It's still like the same body type. So it's basically like you gotta eat more calories than an actual person. You gotta eat more protein, stuff like that.
When I was on the diet that I was on, I had to eat like 6 to 8 times a day. That was a
Wow.
lot. That was
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah.
For
This will
me.
be like for me, I eat like 4 times a day, like four, sometimes 5.
As one should. You know?
No, like basically, I try to put on. I was on bodybuilding competition, and I come down to like 165, 165, 162. And after the competition, I was trying to bulk up, so I increased my protein, my carbs, like a slight, and trying to look too bulky. I want like a lean bulk,
Yeah.
and I don't want my abs to disappear. So
I've never had abs. Like, I've never had abs. I think at one point, I didn't really like abs on females at one point. But now, I'm like, girl, can we get some abs? Can we get... Don't get me wrong, I don't have a stomach, but I don't have abs.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
I kind of want a little something. Not too much. Not too much.
Oh, you can get abs though. You just gotta put in the work.
That's what I'm putting no, I think every time I gain weight, right? I be acting so out of order. I could gain 2 pounds and I think I thick. I think I the thickest thing walking the street, thicker than a snicker, right? And nobody can tell me otherwise. Yeah, cannot tell me that I'm not thick when I start to gain weight. And I feel like because I started doing too much, God was like, no, you need to calm down and just take back the weight. It's like, God humble you, take back the weight. So
Yeah. So this
that's my
bas-
struggle.
and this were actually wishing Amanda.
Oh, the girl that you're training.
Yeah, so these are fitness journeys trying to gain weight. She just like you. So me, she working out, the collabs and stuff on social media, and which be good too. And I pushing her to gain weight. Working out, she's strong, and same thing like stuff in social media. I tell her, hey, you gotta lock in, you gotta stay focused. Hey, she don't come to the gym, she don't show up. I call her phone and say, hey, we had,
You gotta put
you
a little
gotta,
pressure.
yeah. So you gotta come, you gotta,
Yeah.
So, but she thinks she's strong, and she gained like it's like 30 days. I tell people she gained. When I say people, she gained 10 pounds. Everybody like, oh, me see nothing. Well, when we actually started off, she was like 190, like 192.
Okay.
And then she got up to 195, 95, like 95 pounds. Then she could go up to like 110, So like rapidly.
So she started at what? When she started at?
When she started, she was like 192, not 190. 92.
Okay, because I was like one
Yeah.
night.
Yeah, she was like 92.
Okay.
Yeah, she come like she was 92, and then the last time we checked, she was like 110, 105, 110. Keep going up all the time. So everybody was like on social media. People was like, "Oh, me seeing no improvement. What is coach doing?" So people were like thinking like, "Hey, you helping somebody. He's a coach. You training them. You pushing them. They train with you 1 week, and they can see amazing improvement. They
This-
train you for years. Bro. You
This is
take
me.
time.
I'm not.
To me, it takes 60 days. But I tell people, hey, come book me as a coach. It takes 60 days to see results. The reason why I say it takes 60 days because I train in people and they see results in 30 days. So this why I say 60 days. So even if it didn't take 30 days for you, I know definitely give me 30 more days. You're
Yeah.
gonna change your diet. We can go
Yeah.
back and see make it happen. And then now it's gonna be 60 days. So me saying this is basically getting the experience with training people. I will say something that I never do before.
Okay.
God, it's like this guy never do something. Why he say something like that? So basically, like this particular client, she work with me and she see results in 30 days. She comes, she wants her legs to get big, and I was like 30 days, like 3 weeks, she was like done popping. But remember, she body type different.
Yeah.
So other person, but other body type might take a little longer. So basically, 30 more days with Amanda, trouble in the streets.
Gone clear. That's like the same thing with so I have a hair brand to where we make hair growth oil, right? It's called Esabis Naturals for all my ladies. It's not just for the natural hair, it's also for relaxed hair. So you guys go check out Esabis Naturals. But it's like persons would be come asking me about the product. I'm like, yes, it works. It helps your hair to grow, whatever the case may be. And then they use it for 2 weeks and be like, but I don't see anything, sis. You gotta you gotta take your time. It takes some time to work, and then different people with different hair textures, different hair types take a different time period, because while my hair might grow faster than yours, it doesn't mean that it's not working. It's just that your process is different.
That's true.
So yeah, I get that. I completely get it 100%. So how many people would you say that you have trained so far?
So far, let me see. Let me say about 100.
100 people?
Yeah, like 100. Like, let me say back in Linden. I'm making this up, right? Back in Linden, 2019, I had like, I rented, me and my friend Terry, we rented, it's like we call it a halatorium. We'll call the places keep like seminars. We call it
A hall.
a hall. Yeah, we rented a
Yeah,
hall.
rented a hall.
Yeah, we rented a hall. And when we rented this hall, it was COVID time, and things was a little open up back slightly. And we used to train, like, we had like 20 to 30, mostly females. And we used to have like training sessions. We used to train them basically body weight workout, resistance band, without workout mat. And it was good. And then the weekends, we used to carry them hiking.
Okay.
Linden got a lot of mountains,
Yeah.
Linden, we used to carry them in the Blue Lake. We used to go hiking the
I
Blue
went
Lake.
to Linden once.
Once, you should go more often. Nice.
I don't.
Go
like,
kayaking, try the jet ski, and.
I should. I should. I did say that I want to be more adventurous in 2025, so maybe I will.
Okay.
I like to go places by myself. I can kayaking alone. And then I fall in the water. I can't swim.
Me?
Me.
You can swim? You can
I
swim?
can't swim.
Can't swim. Okay. So, like, to be honest, like, if you say 100 people train, let me say how much people actually work out with, because I do events. I don't know if you know. I do like fitness and circles. So let me say the event get like 50 people, and I do a tour, 50 people. Let me say 50, like 200, 300.
It's not people. That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
So do you have like a favorite transformation to where you saw this result in a person that you trained and you were just so proud?
Oh, basically my favorite transformation was like my best friend Terry. Like, even though like I understand Terry turned a fan or whatever, but Terry transformation was a good transformation, and my friend Kalia, she transformation was good. That was the best female transformation I ever see. Out of all, and who else? Like a lot, like most like the people, but like a best, but real good transformation. So she was like slim, like a little slim on you. And I'm making this up. She's natural, right? But if you see she bad, like small waist, big butt, big hips.
She bad.
Yeah, she still work out Kalia. I think Kalia. Yeah, no, serious. Yeah, and I got Carisha too. Carisha is another. Carisha used to work out with me, and Carisha see real good results. So she was same thing like you. She tried to get big hips and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But
I'll
these
hire
clients
you.
I get now is like killing it. I know people waiting to see the results, but just give me time because since I actually doing this full time, it didn't meet 60 days as yet. Like full time lock in, I started training at Fitness Gym. So people be like, hey, where you train at? I train at Fitness Gym. And if you guys want, you guys can come there, book me. But this next month coming, July, is going to meet 60 days. So I'm going to put all my pictures of my clients and I'm going to post it out there. Let me say the 1st of July. So, but actually, next event I get coming up, I'm doing a boot camp. It's called 60 Days Boot Camp. So, it's going to be starting in July, finish in August.
Okay, well, tell the people about your boot
Yeah,
camp.
so the boot camp is going to be, the boot camp is basically going to be keeping right off interest gym. So, if you guys are interested in boot camp, you guys will come. And it's going to be every weekend, Saturday, Sunday. You come, we get music, we get DJ, we get pre-workout chats. It's gonna be like a real camp. You come in and you just locked in, work out. You get resistance band, mat, hips workout, butt workout, core.
Oh,
You
do
know what I
you need
mean?
to be a part of the fitness gym to be a part of the boot camp? It's like a
No,
separate
no.
cost?
So basically, we still doing the pricing. So a lot of people interested reach out to me already on social media. Hey, like when I make a video talk about it, like people start supporting me so much. Like lately, like I never get this kind of support before, but people start supporting me like 100 DMs, like asking about the boot camp, like hey, when you started, you know. So basically, the tickets we priced not as yet, and it's gonna be the day pass. You get different package. Let me say you want to pay exclusive for the whole 60 days boot camp. If you also want to do a day pass, you could do a day pass if you wanted to.
Okay.
So, we try to make it available, affordable for everybody. You know,
Okay.
I always think about that. I always think about when it comes to fitness, I always think about trying to make stuff affordable for everybody. You know,
Nice. So let's talk purpose.
purpose.
Do you think that this is your purpose? That
Yeah.
being a fitness trainer is your purpose?
Yeah, because like when I was in school, right, my teacher used to always tell me like everybody got gift, but some people just don't open the gift to see what is inside for them. I feel afterwards found the old path and go through all the breakups and become this new person that I am today. I feel like I found my purpose.
Do you feel like your past experiences, because I always say this,
Yeah.
when people go through difficult times, it's easy to see the struggle. But if you look closer, it's molding you into the person that you're called to be. It's molding you and shifting and changing. The series of events that happen is what made you who you are today. Like, do you feel like those things that would have happened in the past actually pushed you to this purpose that you are
Well,
pursuing right now?
yeah, to me, the past actually pushed me to become this person I am today. Definitely, the past pushed me a lot, like for come up with the whole idea and basically like coming up with the whole idea about doing personal training, online personal training. And I don't know if I should say this, but I'm just gonna be open up about everything. I'll never be so open up before. Forget the thoughts for like people say
Yeah, I
pen
have the
pal.
ability to do that.
You
I
know what I
have the
mean?
ability to make people open up.
Yeah, people will be like, hey, you never had the ability for make some content that talk about personal stuff. But the whole thing make I go full time do personal training is basically, and to me like I always want to do it. I was working a 9 to 5. I was like, hey, people be scared. Like, hey, I will say left your 9 to 5. We were saying before, don't want to left your 9 to 5 job. But basically, if you got a purpose and this is what you believe in and this is what actually working for you, you should challenge yourself. And this is why I actually challenged myself afterwards I was working. And actually, company called me back to work. And there was like, I was telling them, yo, I lock in. This is what I'm doing. I want to become a personal trainer. I want to do online. I want to do social media marketing. This is what I wanted for myself. And I even tell my mom, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do online personal training. I'm going to train people in person. This is what I'm gonna do, mom, for a living. This is what I'm gonna make my, source of income, take care of y'all. And my mom was like, hey, hey, son, I believe you could do it. I believe in you. My mom always believed me. She I believe in you. So, to be honest, it's but basically about personal branding, I was saying. And I believe a lot of people, personal branding is actually finding things that you're good at doing and teaching it to others And what I good at doing? I good at cooking. I good at helping people transfer the body. I good at telling you the right type of food to eat, and I know what work for me. So you gotta find what work for you. So basically, like people like go doing personal branding, and I think I understand it on a level that I can actually start teaching other people about personal branding. So I had this one good friend, right? And this whole personal branding is so powerful, and social media is become like the big thing, especially in Guyana. But a lot of people be using it wrongfully and misusing it. But I use it for as a business. And he was reaching out to me, and he was saying, "Hey, Coppin, I watch your videos. I see you got a lot of followers, and can you help me out to start my personal brand?" And I'm not making this up, guys. So I thought his name was
Cannot make
Baba
this
Prince.
up.
I'm not making this up. People see like, hey, it's man making too much of stories. It's truth. Yeah. So basically, he named Baba Prince. He's actually one of the biggest Bob in Guyana right now. And I say, we'll make you unique. I watch a lot of videos. I do a lot of research. I read a lot of, especially in content.
Yeah.
Like every day, I learning something new. And I was like, hey, we'll make you unique for everybody else's advice. Nobody can speak like you. Nobody get the advice that you get. This will make me unique.
Yeah.
This type of voice you ain't gonna hear it nowhere else. This is my voice. So it will make you unique for everybody else. So I said, when you making videos, get the mic, start talking to your clients. So you start talking to your clients, and the video blow up on TikTok. No, Barbara Prince is one of the biggest Bob in Guyana. So basically, starting personal brand is actually the going thing, especially on social media. Prioritize your business and start selling it your, the audience. So, like it's like you're doing a good job too.
Thank you. Thank you. I am trying. That's very inspirational. I love that you said that what sets you apart is your voice. That is deeper than you actually think, because a lot of people don't feel as though they can be heard. So they're hiding behind someone else's voice, or let's take it outside the context of voice. Someone else's idea, someone else's brand, someone else's concept of the world, even the things that we listen to that influence us. Sometimes people are acting not even on their own accord. It's like you just heard somebody say something, you run with it.
Yeah, that's true.
So I like that. What sets you apart is your voice. That makes you who you are. That makes the difference. That's really good. That's deeper than you actually think. That's really good.
Yeah, it is good. It's good. So basically, like your voice, and this was actually learn. Remember, I tell you, I do a lot of research on content. I advise set you different, and we was talking about trends earlier, about trends, about doing stuff that other people do it work for them. And I was telling you, we was talking about astronaut. Astronaut killing it, taking over the world. But I say like my videos, people be telling me, yo, every time I see this guy, or like astronaut are coming to mind. Even though like I make my videos with the cooking and I use glass bowl, but instead of ducking my face, I cook,
Yeah.
like garden foods and stuff like that. And I try to like basically like I saying I do stuff that I know I'm good at doing. I know I'm good at cooking.
Yeah.
So basically I try to separate myself, and because like even the video astronaut will say at the end of the day, if you make a trend, people gonna be like, you ain't astronaut, it's true. So I say, hey, I'm Prince Coppin Fit. So I start making videos, put my voice inside. If your daddy never teach you how to cook, I'm your daddy today. So.
If your daddy never teach you how to cook, ladies, Prince Coffin got you. So yeah, what would you say to somebody who is struggling to have that daily motivation to remain consistent? What would you advise them?
To me, like in life, everything is consistency, and I would say, even to myself, I know part of times in life I wasn't so consistent as I know, and basically you gotta like wake up and you gotta be like sit down, self-thought. Where you actually want to achieve in life? Where you want to be? See yourself. I don't actually just plan for tomorrow. I see in life like the next 5, 10 years. I know what I want to be, and this will actually chase hard. Even like I told my mom, right? I'm making this up. I told my mom, like, mom see me working, she see everything I'm doing. She said, like, son, you're so busy, even though I try to spend time with them. And I said, like, mom, give me 6 months, and I'm not gonna be so busy. I'm gonna get more time on my hands. I'm gonna do this. This is gonna happen. And she be like, hey, you got everything planned out, son. I believe in you.
Yeah.
Like so. It's like basically you gotta see yourself, see where you want to be next 10 years, next 6 months, and just start doing things, you know.
And then I think when you see yourself at that point, I think either way it's going to be a struggle. If you do it, it's going to be hard. But if you don't do it, it's also going to be hard. So you just need to pick your struggle. Like you have to pick which hard you want to deal with. Do you want to deal with the hard that you have to go through and do it every day and you struggle at this point, but it's only for a period of time and then you have this sense of fulfillment in the end? Or do you want to deal with the hard that you don't do it and then you wake up every day and you feel empty because you did not fulfill your purpose?
This is true, this is true. Because a lot of people be like complaining about, you know, like basically a lot of people complain about the government, a lot of people complain about the job, a lot of people complain about a lot of stuff in life. But if you wake up every day, right, and you just go to the same job, complain, they ain't gonna change nothing in your life. But if you just come with a plan of, let me say, you're going to start a business, you're going to do this, obviously you're going to see some type of changes.
Yeah.
But if you just complain don't solve problems. You know, like I worked before in the 9 to 5, so I know always be like, you know, people be complaining every day, some story, oh God, you know what I mean?
I be complaining some days. I'm not gonna lie. Some days I be complaining. I'm not gonna lie. Like I came from work to here, so it's like my days are really long. So sometimes I do complain, but my issues with the complaining is if you're gonna complain and you're not gonna do anything about it, then just don't complain.
Yeah, that's true, that's true.
Don't complain. Just sit there in your misery and just don't do anything about it because you're not doing anything about it either way. And the thing with complaining is, I said this in a previous episode, the more you complain about is the more things life will give you to complain about. If you wake up every day and you find something to be grateful for, you're going to keep having more things to be grateful for because that is just the law of attraction.
Okay, that's
Whatever you focus on, that becomes your reality. Like how you focus on building your brand and you focus on the fitness aspect of your life and just getting things up to where you want it to be, that is eventually going to manifest itself. I mean, it already started to manifest itself into your reality. But if you had sat there and just complained, you know what would happen? Tomorrow, you would have had something else to complain about.
That's true. Actually, I don't know you believe in manifesting, but to me, like, I believe, like, a lot of stuff, like, manifesting, like what you write down in terms of plans. So like back in the past of like 2019, I didn't start nothing else yet. And me and my friend was sitting down, I was talking. And I say, hey, I want to become a fitness influencer. And he said, you sure about this? I said, yeah, I gotta start social media account, start posting content. And then afterwards, we start talking. I said, hey, I gotta get sponsorship deals, bro. And basically, like, saying things, taking actions is actually manifest. Like, even if I buy a car, you know, I was catching bus and music loud. And, you know, I say, I gotta get a car, bro. You know what I mean? These guys kill me out. You know, sitting on a bus, choke you up, cut down. Hey, you know, smile up yourself.
The whole time you
like,
got
basically saying, being in situations and saying, doing stuff to help come out this situation.
Yeah.
And next thing is about writing on your plan and goals. Because if you don't write on your plan and your goals, it don't turn reality. So most of my plan and my goals, I be writing down and say, yo, this year I'm gonna buy a car. This year my goal is to make $1 million. You know, I write down this year I wanna make $1 million. You know, so I write it down. Even if I make $2 million, it's be all good. So you know, but actually write down all your plans and by taking action, it actually manifests.
Write the vision and make it plain. Write the vision, guys, and make it plain. It's so important to write down your thoughts, honestly. Somebody said, I was going to say the name of the person, but I can't remember, that if you write down a problem, you would have already solved half of it.
Yeah, that's true.
When you write down the problem, you see the entire problem for what it is. Half of it's already solved.
Because even my apartment, when I was setting it up, I actually write down, I want to buy a fridge, I want to buy a bed, I want to buy a chair set. And obviously, I just start buying these things and I started taking it off. I was like, you know, like I'm going to back, you know, journal or whatever you call it. So, women call it diary. So I was going to back and I was like, hey, like 100% of this stuff I write down, I actually achieve it. You know?
Yeah.
You know, like.
And it's just like a really good feeling, like, wow, I really did this. And it's like in the process of doing it, you don't even see it. Until you look back at the journal and you be like, a year ago, I wrote this. Now I'm living it. That's actually a really good.
So just make sure you guys write down everything in life, all the steps you want to take. just write it down, you know. And the thing is just write it down, but take it action, guys. You gotta take action.
You gotta take
You
action.
get up, but take action.
Because what are you doing if you're not taking action? Gotta take action.
Yeah, it is true.
So what is next for Prince Coppin? What is next? What should
What's
we
next?
expect? Are we expecting merch and like all these different things? What's
Yeah,
next?
yeah. Basically, I was just telling you, like a lot of people, what's next. So I was doing Lucasy before I plan on signing with a you drink company. I ain't gonna say it was which drink company until it be out. I'm gonna sign sponsorship deals, and what I wanna do, I wanna oh, what's next? Basically, training people online, push my online personal training.
Okay.
I want to take it to the next level. I want to post the 60-day challenge. All those people be, calling me out negativity posts showing that people seeing results. So the 60-day challenge. I'm gonna post all my clients by the 1st of June, and I want to do the boot camp. That's what's next. We're doing the 60 days boot camp. What's next? I want to do the traveling, but probably later on. And I don't know. Now it's just building the business.
It's just
Yeah, I want to expand, take my brand around the Caribbean.
Yes.
Collab.
Caribbean around the world.
Yeah, I want to start in the Caribbean. I want to jump.
Listen, 2 more morning, you call Ashton Hall and say, "Yo, bro, what's up? I'm outside your door."
You get my number store as nephew.
Yeah, nephew. Yeah, what's up, nephew? You be like, "I'm outside your door. Open up." Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah.
That sounds great, though. That sounds great. Please do some merch. I think you should do some merch.
I want to do.
Get some nice T-shirts.
I get my brand,
stuff like
Fitness
that.
Legacy. So Fitness Legacy is actually my personal training brand.
Okay.
This is actually my company, and started since back in London.
What
So
is-
Fitness Legacy means create your own legacy.
Oh,
Oh, that's all.
that's nice. I like that.
You
That's
know
nice.
what I mean? Like, so when you start working out and I say, yo, the Fitness Legacy, you like create your own legacy. You know, like, you never know. You start working out with me, you turn a fitness influencer. You know, like, you create your own.
Speaking of which, so since we're talking about me becoming a fitness influencer, do you want to like sponsor some training so that I don't have to pay for this training? And just like, listen, it could be a promotional thing. You just sponsor. No,
I got
is that
you.
is
I got
that
you.
something like
I
a
got
plan? Yeah, I feel like you say I know you would have said that because you got me.
Nah, I got you. Yeah, so that's what's next.
That sounds amazing, actually. That sounds amazing. But let's not limit it to just the Caribbean. I truly believe, like I said in the beginning, that this is something big that you have started. And I truly see, like, you are so in tune with what you're doing. I can tell that you feel like this is your purpose. I can tell that this is what you believe that you're meant to do. And once you have that and you take off, I believe there's no turning back.
Nah,
Like
there's
there's
no
no
turning
stopping you, there's no turning back.
there's
And
no
don't worry
turning
about
back.
the
From
people
time-
that saying things.
From time you can left a 9 to 5 for do whatever you believe in. That's no turning back.
That's no turning back.
You're like, hey, this
Because
is
baby,
no.
if you turn back, you might just be homeless because you wouldn't
Yeah.
have no rent.
Yeah.
So,
So basically, I guess, like, I believe, like, just like what you say, you always ask me, hey, Coppin, you believe in God, you Christian, you believe in, you know. So, like, self-belief, believe in, the Almighty. So basically, like, everything to start with God, too, getting up, praying in the morning.
yeah,
And
prayer is
everything
so
we do, can't forget God, without God, would be,
Yeah.
none of this wouldn't be possible.
Yeah.
Me being here, talking, collabing,
Yes.
So,
Yeah, I do try to make sure that listen, if you guys see me doing anything and you feel as though I'm doing it off my own strength, I'm not. Let me just say that I am not. I feel like we're truly nothing without God, honestly.
Yeah, it's true. It's definitely.
This is such an amazing conversation, and I don't want to go,
Yeah.
but we have to go, and that is
Yeah, it is
we
true.
gotta go.
Yeah, it is
We
true.
have a special feature for you guys. Prince Coppin here is gonna show me how to make a proper protein shake. So you guys, please pay attention because
Yeah,
you
we
see
gotta-
those things that you guys be making.
Yeah.
That's not it. By you guys, I mean us, me. That's not it. But before we go, I want to play a quick game with you. It's called the purpose-driven rapid fire. So I'm just gonna ask you some questions and you're gonna rapidly answer, like really, really quick answers. Don't think about it too much. So,
Alright.
What is one word to describe your life's mission?
One word to describe my last mission.
Your life's mission.
Life mission. Let me see. Chase the results.
Oh, one word.
One word.
Yes.
One word. Like just one word.
Just one word. One word. Any word.
Let me see. I can't say 60 days. I can't say chase the results.
You can say results.
Results.
Results. Because that's like the prime thing. You want people to see results. That's actually a really good word. What is one value that drives you to work every day?
One value.
One thing that drives you to work every day, because you do work every day.
My mom, the daughter.
Your mom and your daughter.
My mom and the daughter.
What's your why when things get tough?
Why? I like God, asking God why. Asking God why this happened. Like why,
Yeah, that why question really be.
Yeah.
But I find myself not. I know this is supposed to be the game section of it, but really quickly, when you say asking God why, I find myself trying not to ask that question, because I'm like, why not?
What
if God is like, why not you?
To me, like everything happened for a purpose. Like the story was to
yes.
So I was like, but ask God why, like if anything bad happened, good. I was like, why me? Why I'm such a good person? Why this happen? So.
But you're a good person by whose standards? Who said that? Sometimes we'll be thinking, I truly believe sometimes we'll be thinking we're good people, and then that's not everybody's story. Because I feel like you're a villain in at least one person's story. I'm a villain in somebody's story. But that's a conversation for another time. I promise I'll tell you who I know said, because I don't believe that I was, but they said I'm a villain in their story. But I try not to ask why. If you could give a piece of advice to your younger self, what would it be?
If I was a piece of advice to my younger self, I would be like, start taking action. Like, I never used to take action before, and now I start taking action.
Wow,
and if I could go back in the past, I would have do this since I was 20 years old. I would have pushed.
Well, with that is, to me, that's kind of tricky. If you had not gone through the things that you went through, maybe you would not have been prepared for the blessings that you're getting now. So that's why I believe everything happened in its appointed time. Because what if you had done it younger and then you didn't do it how you're doing it now, and then you probably fumbled the opportunity because you were irresponsible,
and
like
the next thing you can say, like, take calculated risks.
Yeah.
Take calculated risks. And the thing I'm afraid of taking risks is, like, you're going to be in one position all the days of your life.
True.
If you don't take risks. So take risks, guys. Calculate your risks.
Because, guys, don't be quitting your 9 to 5. Okay, I'm just going to do one last question. When you reflect on your journey, what do you hope your legacy in fitness will be?
When I reflect on my journey, my legacy in fitness will be, like, basically doing podcasts, talking about the stuff we do, like making videos, documenting my journey, and sharing it to the world, stuff like that.
So what do you want the world to get from those videos? Like, what is the takeaway message?
Well, my message is basically trying to motivate Guyanese people all around the world to live a healthy lifestyle. That's what I be pushing, and a lot of people be suffering from basically like diabetes, like consuming too much rice, sugar, and so I just try to like change the people mindset. And to me, like, fitness in Guyana used to be like a season thing. It used to be January, August, and it disappeared start back January, August. But now that fitness become like so big, me pushing these kind of fitness content, me calling people out, so seeing my videos, people reach out to me on social media. Every day people see me on the road, they be like, yo, I see your video, bro. How much you charge? I want to see, I like seeing your video, hearing your vibes just give me motivation, Prince. And it's kind of like, this is why I know I give a good impact, especially in my community. And I be like, fitness is going to be like a lifestyle thing in Guyana. It's not going to be like a season thing. It's going to be like a everyday. It's a lifestyle. So this is going to be, all the gyms is going to be packed, So Fit Trucks is done packed. So people be like, hey, go back to space.
Just packing up the gym,
Yeah, you're
man.
packing up the gym, every day people coming in, signing up, and people be like, just to be there, see my presence. I feel like a lot of people be just coming to the gym just to be like,
Just
being in my space,
just
like
be
just
in
to
space.
see, like a lot of people just come to the gym and be like, yo, Prince Coppin is coming. And the owner be like, or the reception be like, yeah, but he's not around right now. Okay, all right, I want to sign up. You know what I mean? So it's like the type of impact you give a lot of people trying
Yeah.
to, the energy and stuff like that on social media. People just gravitate towards that. So
Yeah.
yeah, I
That's
guess
really
just
nice.
continue spreading it online.
Yes.
Or,
That is really good. What do you want to say to the people? Say something to the people, motivate them, just give them a farewell message before we go. I'm so sad that we have to go, guys, but we have
basically,
to
like
go.
I will tell everybody, like I will tell myself, start taking action. Never too late to wake up and change your life. Change your way of eating, and just start taking action and writing your goals down. What you want to achieve, fitness goals, lifestyle goals, whatever you want to achieve. But just basically start taking action, and like nobody's perfect. Just make sure before you come to the gym, you watch this podcast, you watch this live video, or wherever you saw a video with me on social media. Just watch it and just start with your mental health. Sit down, see yourself 5 years from now. How would you feel 5 years from now if you're in the best shape of your life?
Yeah.
You put on the sexy dress, but you always want to wear it summertime. How will you feel? How will you look if you put on a shirt but couldn't fit you before? Your arms, all toned up, your
All
legs all
toned up.
big.
Period.
How would you feel?
Yeah.
You
You
know,
just want to have a bunch of sexy people walking
no,
around.
no,
Yeah.
no, no. So how will you feel? And see the mindset, how you feel next 2 years, next 60 days, next 2 months, next 6 months. And picture yourself in an image in the body. Watch yourself in the mirror. Be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
A lot of people will be like, don't be honest with yourself. And I think that's a big thing. You gotta be honest with yourself. Like I look myself in the mirror and say, hey, you look good, you gotta fix this, fix something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So be honest with yourself and just start taking action.
Yeah.
This is what I give out people to do. And I give a free game, so take something on my free game, write it down, start the action.
Okay, so tell us about where we can find you on social media. Give us your social media names.
Basically, you can find me Prince Coppin Fit on TikTok, Prince Coppin Fit on Instagram, Prince Coppin on Facebook. I actually do Snapchat. And to me, like, I never heard nobody talking a lot about Snapchat, but I actually post a lot on Snapchat. And you can find me at Prince Coppin Fit on Snapchat. I do, like, personal everyday life, like, thing, But you could find me on Snapchat, too. So this is about it. Anyway, I must say thanks for you for having me here. It was a good chat. And just wait if we make the shake now.
Yeah, listen, we're about to go make some shake, but I just want to thank you for agreeing to come on the podcast, for being here. It was a really good conversation. I really enjoyed listening to you, and I'm looking forward to what you're about to do next, because I can see definite greatness in your path. You
Yeah.
continue to push ahead the way that you have been pushing ahead. There is no stopping you.
Yeah, no
There is
stopping.
no stopping
No
you.
turning back from this.
No turning back.
So if you think I want to turn back,
It's not.
It's
Not
not.
turning back. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me on another episode of the Purposeful Podcast. We had with us here today, Prince Coppin Fit. I want you guys to go check him out on all social media platform and check out his packages, his stuff that he is doing with personal training and so on. If you want to see definite results, check him out. Thank you all so much for watching once more, and stay tuned for more content. I'm going to be having some more creators here on the Purposeful Podcast. And do remember to like, share, subscribe. Also remember that the audio drops on Thursdays on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, and on Friday on YouTube. So I will see you next time, babies. Bye.